back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Coach, thank you. Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. His first carry takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 27, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Coming this way. Coming this way.
To throw, Brissett. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check. Check 52. Big ass.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Check out. 24 down, coming. Watch the safety creep. Check 4.
Watson now to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Let's set it. Turn and go.
Throwing on third down, Watson escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
I hope you got your left, because I'm about to take you to school. Check, check. Lucky. That's 55. Shit.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Clinton Dix there for the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Shifts by him. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
41 Mike.
On play action, Brissett looking deep here for and that's caught inside the 30. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. This is Hines. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Texans 7, Colts 0.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll try the left side. It's Hines. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Brissett. Funches has it complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, he's got Fuller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They run it here with Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Reset. 19. 58. Come on. Let's go, team. Alert. It's going to be a long day. Bang, 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 bang. Check 13. Check 13. 54. Under team.
On first down, Watson. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, the Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
54.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 24-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Switch up, switch up. Rush in, rush in, rush in. 24.
Watson on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check the backer, check the backer. Banjo, Banjo. 59. 58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Alert. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Watson looks to throw again. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. On 3rd down, Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Texans send the punter out, standing right around the midfield stripe. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Motion. 41.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett is going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. Third down here.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 55 to Mike. Yeah. Mike, 55.
Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Incomplete. Results in a fourth down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just outside his own goal line. This is fielded at the 27. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 2.
Where's the tap? 19!
Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Complete. It's Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Watson now, operating from the gun. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, Hines. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 40-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down.
41's coming. 41's the Mike. All right, T, let's try. All right, T. Mike 41. Mike 41. I don't even know why this team should. 42, check. Cover.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Blue Day, 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Get in the right room. Get in the right. 54. Check. Break down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Where's the set? 19! 19!
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
53, Mike, 53. They gonna need some therapy after this. Kill, turn up.
Again, it's Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the run.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 3 yards out, and the Texans have taken the lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They run again with Hines. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. On first down, Hines takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play fake. Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing, Brissett. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free, no first down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Come on. Delta. 41's coming. 41's a Mike. 3 bus. Mike 41. All day, baby. All day.
Now Brissett on fourth down. Campbell making the catch. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 7, Watson. He finds his man Johnson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Set. Mike 58 right there. Here we go. Kill. 49. Check 49. Record.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At their 49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
31. 58. Come on. Okay, just like that. Just like that. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of...
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
This is it. 19. 26. Check three. 24.
Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
Set. 19. 49. Man, I got you. Alert. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 26. Check 25. 124.
Now Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Watch take the creep. Hey, 31. Undercut. Check. 36.
Watson. And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Man up deep. 49, guys. Mike. 124.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Watson's pass intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
4 yards on the pickup.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Indianapolis, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm